Nintendo is disgusting and you can't convince me that they're not. Besides them charging $500 for a console that is broken out of the box 50% of the time, the other 50% being bricked for just slightly breathing on it, they want to charge $70 for a port of a port. I thought when games got older they were meant to drop in price. What is this? I miss when Nintendo didn't exploit their consumers when a game was worth their quality. So answer me this. Why? Why does Nintendo think charging $70 for 2 games that released more than a decade ago is fair? Heck, back on the Wii U, they only charged you $10 when it first released on the Virtual Console, and then of course they bumped up the price to $20, but that's where it stayed. It wasn't a remaster or anything special, but the game isn't worth anything more than that. And a comment that really ticked me off on someone's post was a person defending Nintendo's actions. They said, "You're arguing over Peak?" Well, yeah! The 3D collection released as $60. Allow me to do the math so the imbeciles defending Nintendo can be on the same page as us. That's a total of $20 per game. So why is Super Mario Galaxy now $40 separately? What they could have done was re-release the 3D collection at Super Mario Galaxy 2 and sold it for $80. And online they could have sold them separately for $20 each, and no one would have batted an eye. And don't get me wrong, I know why they did this. The Super Mario Galaxy movie is releasing soon, they wanted the profit off of that. But that screws over the actual fans of the company. And it's not like they'll do a price cut. Super Mario Odyssey is still $60 after 8 years. A game with a lot more content that visually looks leagues better than Mario Galaxy. A game, again, that released over 2 decades ago. And it's not like they added anything besides more storybook pages to Rosalina's story that honestly, if you ask me, should have stayed untouched. There's nothing else to look forward to besides maybe a couple modes to make the game easier for newer players. But me personally, when I was 7 years old, I didn't need that. Look, it's just a port of a port for one game and an upscaled port sequel that's not even that good. Don't get me wrong, I love Super Mario Galaxy 2, but compared to Super Mario Galaxy, it's inferior. Anyways, I asked Salo if she wanted to hop on and she said yes. So here's just the things that she wanted to say.
Yo, Salo is here and I came to hate. Yes, my dear viewer, I came to spread my hate and awareness, even though I'm using the most dumb way to record right now, but nothing can stand on my face when Nintendo does something stupid. Like, seriously, $80 for Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. Are you even kidding me? I mean, yeah, these games are sick, but they came out more than a decade ago and on the Wii. Like, we're not talking about some massive remake here with new graphics, for example, or new features or bonus content like in Mario RPG or Mario and Luigi Brothers thingy, but no, same games, just slapped on a newer system. And suddenly, Nintendo thinks, oh, they're worth $80. Like, that's not nostalgia, that's exploitation. The thing is, I noticed that Nintendo loves milking their fans because they know people will pay. They lock their classics away, drip feed them to us years later, and then act like they're doing us a favor. Meanwhile, other companies are putting out remasters, collections, and even brand new games for half that price. But Nintendo, instead of giving you a new 3D Mario game, which we didn't get for 8 years now, nah, they'll charge you premium just to play something you already played 15 years ago. And you still can't play it, by the way, on the Wii. At this point, I just feel like less like Nintendo is celebrating their history and more like they're robbing us with a smile. Like, seriously, $80 for Galaxy 1 and 2? That's not a deal. And you know what the worst part? People will still buy it, which means Nintendo gonna keep pulling this stunt again and again. Honestly, this is pathetic. We need a Waluigi game, come on.
I just want to say thank you, Salo, for sharing your thoughts and views. Yes, it's the same person from this video. Subscribe if you like or don't, I don't really care. And yeah, my reaction to the direct is coming soon. Salo was actually on with me, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. And yeah, just keep an eye out for that. That'll be it for me. Bye-bye.